Welcome to My Pocket Psych, the podcast all about the psychology of the workplace. I'm Dr. Richard McKinnon. I'm a chartered psychologist and coach. And each episode, we'll take a look at a concept, a skill, or an experience of the workplace and explore it from a psychological perspective. You can find out more at WorkLIfePsych.com. Hey there. So much of the well-being advice out there, whether it is evidence-based or not, involves adding things to our lives. New exercises, new supplements, new recipes, all to be healthier. More movement, more connection, more things to add to your to-do list, and more guilt if you're not following along at home. All of this can come across as an additional demand on our limited resources when so many of us are already feeling time poor and a little bit overwhelmed. And when this happens, it's really easy to fall prey to the well-being soon, but not yet thinking trap. In other words, I would like to be well, I would like to be healthy, but I'm going to wait till just the right moment to do anything about it. Because we live under the false belief that any day now I'll clear the decks, I'll have enough time, I will have dealt with everything on my task list, the situation, the context will be perfect, then I'll turn to my well-being. And when I frame it like that, you can probably see how illogical, how irrational this is. Now, I've previously highlighted the benefits of getting clear on our values to guide our well-being related behavior and using the notion of towards and away moves to be more flexible in how we actually put this into practice. This time around, I'd like to explore well-being from the perspective of doing less. That might surprise you. Let's take a step back. Well-being is, on the one hand, a very complex thing with lots of interrelated systems and processes coexisting. Your physical well-being impacts your psychological well-being and vice versa, and your social well-being can impact both for good or bad. But small, simple changes made with intention and consistency can have a big impact on our well-being. These kinds of changes shouldn't overwhelm us, nor should they require us to completely reorganize our routines. And yet that is precisely what a lot of the received wisdom online suggests. Personal reinvention, adding more to every day, cramming in more well-being activity until you can cram in no more. I'd like to suggest an alternative. Instead of adding things to our routine in an attempt to address our well-being challenges, the power of less is all about stripping things out, doing less, perhaps even buying less, committing to fewer things, fewer commitments, and through intentionality, maybe even consuming less. If we look at the root cause of so many well-being issues, whether they are due to overconsumption, underactivity, or the special kind of challenge to our psychological well-being that comes from being overwhelmed or disconnected from others, the solution we're looking for can often be found in a reduction of demands, an increase in simplicity. Remember, if you start small, you can always increase over time. If you start really big and you're trying to cram these things into your life, it is a shortcut to giving up and, like I said previously, feeling like a failure. Instead of feeling pressured into doing more of something to boost your well-being, consider how you could be more aware, mindful, and intentional with what you're already doing. Instead of succumbing to the pressure to add more and more demanding new exercises to your routine, you could simply extend your existing walk or look for simple ways to be more present in the exercise you're already doing. Instead of feeling pressured to add lots of miracle foods to your diet, what about consuming your meals mindfully and with intention? Stopping just before you're full, savoring each mouthful, instead of squeezing in the latest and probably evidence-free well-being activity into your already busy evening, what about focusing on a bedtime wind-down routine, which could conceivably contribute to a better night's sleep? And if you know me, you'll know that I really, really emphasize sleep as the bedrock of all of our other well-being. Or you could simply, as I'm trying to at the moment, reduce the amount of news and social media I consume to minimize the psychological upset that comes from the awful updates about things in the world over which I have no control. Believe it or not, for many years I started my day before literally doing anything else, checking to see, oh God, what now? What's the new awful crisis I need to be aware of? Now, lots of things happen before I even know what's going on in the world. The point I'm making here is that before looking to increase, you could look to reduce. Before looking to add to the amount of stuff you're trying to get done in order to feel healthy, look for things you can strip out of your already probably busy routine. I hope you found this idea useful. Please get in touch with your questions, your comments, your examples if you're trying anything like this. And you can find out so much more about well-being via the website at WorkLIfePsych.com/wellbeing. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.